Welcome to Buffalo Wild Wings for the Coach Kelly Wells Show. Charlie Pinson along with Coach Kelly Wells. And Kelly, I guess we can talk a little bit about some basketball.
Yeah, we're glad to be back. Number one, this has been, we had a little hiatus from the coaches show. We've all been busy and holidays and all the good stuff that comes with that. So it's been a refresher, but excited to see all the crew and the guys here again tonight at Buffalo Wild Wings. And we do have some ball to talk about. You know, the team's continually to grow and learning, and our conference is a monster. It's a tough one. It always is. And I think our guys get tired of telling them, you know, Thursday, Saturday is going to be the toughest game you have all year, and it just continues to be the same all the way through.
Well, you know, every time we say it every week, you know, it's always a tough Mid-South Conference battle, especially when you're on the road. You know, been playing well at home. Had a little bit of a stumble on Saturday.
Yeah, we haven't figured out the road situation yet completely, and we talked to our guys several times. Like, it takes an abnormal effort to win on the road. College basketball is hard to win, and you know, 19 out of the 20 games that have played in our league have went to the home team. So, like, there's only been one road win in the entire league so far. So, like, you have to be exceptional. You have to do things exceptionally well. You have to really do things better than you ever do them to win on the road. And, you know, that's our challenge for this Thursday, heading to Campbellsville in a tough game. We have identical records. Coach Vernon and his team are tremendous. It's going to be a huge challenge for our program. But, again, it's like every night we play, we don't so much worry about who we play. We want to make sure we take care of our business, and that won't be any different for us this week.
You know, we talk about that a lot. You know, you've got some guys that really stepped up, really finally adjusting to college, this level of college, because all of them played college. I think, you know, you got to look back, especially some of your inside guys. Luke Lehue in the last 2 or 3 games has really come on.
Yeah, he really has. He's been a catalyst for us, and it's something we haven't had in a long time is a presence in the post to get the ball to, and he's drawing double teams now, which is making things easier for our perimeter guys, and when they don't double, he has opportunities to go to the basket, do his thing, and I've been really proud of his IQ and his willingness to be coached, and really all of our guys have given us the ticket in. You know, they've given us the opportunity to coach them, and now they make some bad decisions, and they'll miss some scouting assignments, but for the most part, they're above the neck work is much better. They're trying to figure out what we want to do offensively and defensively, and that's when you know you have a chance to get better. And I think this team's ceiling is super high. I think we've got our goal now is just to get better every single day and take care of the details.
That's what, you know, we talk about that a lot. You want to get better every day, and I've seen that. You've had, you know, at first we had to depend on Jay to do everything for us, and now you got, you know, Lehue will step up one game, you know, then you got Gowana steps up another game, you know, Carlton. So, I mean, you've got these guys that are stepping up and making big plays that makes you more of a team effort.
Yeah, we have to. We have to be number strong, and certainly our guys are learning, and we've got some of the younger guys that are learning every day that are getting better, and we're trying to get them into the lineup. Right now we're playing, you know, 7.5 guys, and we want to play more than that. Not having JP kind of hurts us, no question about it, and we built a lot of stuff around him, and so now we've got to make some adjustments, and I think the guys are learning those roles and learning how to do the things that we need to. We're going to have to do it differently. You know, we're not as up and down as we have been as conference play starts, and that's strategically. We want to be better offensively and defensively than we've ever been, and getting those two pieces together is hard, you know, and getting that balance. And but the guys are listening to us. I think our defense has improved much better, even though teams have really shot the ball tremendous against us. And evaluating film, you know, we've given up a 60, a 65, and a 58% from the field, which is unheard of. Which means, and then they'll turn around the next night and shoot 30% or 25% or 38%, and we're just getting everybody's best. So, like, the guys have to understand that that's what we're going to get, so we've got to make sure we take care of details.
Well, you know, you build a winning tradition here at U-Pike, and that's what you dominated a lot of the Mid-South Conference. You won several conference championships. You won the national championship, so that's one of those dates they circle on their calendar now.
Oh, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Like, we're no victims here. We're going to come to play. We're going to come to win and compete, and that's what champions do. And we don't rely on excuses, and we just have to improve our product, and that's what we've been trying to do. You know, our record's good. We're in the middle of the pack on the NAIA thing, and our conference is just going to be a scramble dash to the finish. There's any of our 8 teams can win it, and it just matters who gets hot. And certainly that's our goal is to win it. That's our mission to do it. But like, we worry about going 1-0 every single time we play, and that's the only thing we can control.
Right now, you know, it's been, and this may be the most balanced the conference has been in years.
It really is, and again, like I said, with nobody being able to win on the road, like that complicates things as a Raider. I mean, it complicates things big picture wise, because like now teams will vote us down lower because we're beating up on each other, not knowing the significant play that we have in our league, and that's a challenge because all of our teams go to Kansas City. They all do good. They all win games. They all move on. So like it's a hurdle, but something we're excited that our league is that good.
That is the one thing with the NAIA people don't understand that the rating system is that the Raiders don't get to see all the teams in the country play because NAIA is just so large, and the budgets, they don't get a chance to see the Raiders go out there.
That is, and some Raiders work harder at it than others. Some just take people's words, like there was a head-to-head score, so they just look at that. That's the only thing. Don't consider anything else. And there's others that watch Synergy and watch teams in California, which we do. We sit a lot of time watching other teams play to know what kind of teams that are out there, so we can evaluate fairly for all the entire association. Where others just take the words of somebody else and kind of put down what they have. And we've got a great system in place, but like some guys have to work a little bit harder to get it right.
Kelly, looks like we're about ready for our first break. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more on the Coach Kelly Wells Show here at Buffalo Wild Wings. Welcome back to the Coach Kelly Wells Show live here at Buffalo Wild Wings. We're here with Brady Schmidt, Brady Jr. out of Louisville. Tell us a little bit about Atherton.
It's a pretty small school in Louisville. We're not really known for sports that much, more of like a artsy school, but it's a great school. I really loved it there. I mean, I would recommend it to anybody. My little brother and sister went there too, and they always treated everybody right. So.
Well, you did learn the art of the jump shot because you are a pretty good 3-point shooter. You got get a lot more playing time this season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Worked hard over the off season and just trying to earn more and more minutes as much as I can.
What made you decide to come to Pikeville?
It was actually an interesting decision because out of high school I actually went to U of L for a semester and decided it really wasn't for me, and I wanted to play basketball. And I went to a showcase, and luckily the coaches gave me a chance, took a chance on me, and I only had like 2 offers, and I chose Pikeville and just worked my way to get on varsity, and here I am.
Well, tell me a little bit about what did you do in high school? Did you do well as a team, or?
We did okay. We were the first team to win 10 games there in a while, but I mean, we got knocked out first game of districts, so I mean, we played in a pretty tough district. So
yeah, Louisville's a tough district.
Yeah.
All the Louisville districts are tough. What are you majoring in?
Sports management.
Sports management. So you liking that so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you want to do with your degree?
My dream job right now, I think I want to be an athletic director at a D1. I think it'd be pretty cool, or fall into coaching.
Well, you got a good mentor here in Coach Wells. I mean, he's
For
also
sure.
the athletic director and pretty good guy.
For sure, for sure.
What about your family? Come from a big family?
I got 4 brothers and sisters.
Okay. All older than you or younger than you?
I have 2 older sisters and then a younger brother and sister.
Okay. And all of them go to Atherton, or?
My 2 oldest, they went to school in Atlanta, and then we moved to Louisville my freshman year. So me and my younger siblings went there.
So did you live in Atlanta itself or outside of Atlanta?
A little suburb outside of Atlanta called Roswell.
Okay. You used to do a lot of traveling in Atlanta. A lot of NAIA schools in the Atlanta area down there, so we've been able to do that. Of course, Marietta Life right there next door to you. So
Yep.
that's a chance for you to go home when we play Life, isn't it?
Yeah, my sister still lives out there, so whenever we play at Life, she comes. So it's pretty cool to see her.
Your mom and dad still live in Louisville?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do they get to come to very many games?
My dad tries to come to as many as he can. My mom, it doesn't really work with her schedule, but she tries to.
What does your mom and dad, what do they do in Louisville?
My dad's an auditor, and my mom's a hostess at a restaurant.
Okay. So, just real good family life at home, I'm sure. Because
For sure.
You can tell them the way you're telling your personality. This your first time being on TV?
I was on the show last year,
Did
but
you?
besides that, yeah.
Getting a little better at it then, right? A little
Yeah,
more
yeah.
comfortable. Not
Yeah.
that bad a deal. We're just standing around talking. You've got in a lot of games. You get to shoot. Coach really gives you a lot of leeway on the 3-point shot right now, doesn't he?
For sure. I mean, I know when I'm on the court, that's what I'm there to do. So
All you teammates like to watch you. They give you a lot of. Seems like they're a really close team. This team likes each other.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the whole team's close. Everybody likes each other. I mean, it's just they're really great to hang out with and be with. I mean, I love playing with them.
What's your favorite thing about Pikeville?
My favorite thing about Pikeville is probably just the people I've met, honestly. I mean, everybody's just so nice. Everybody in the school is so nice. Like, it's hard to meet somebody that's like you don't like here.
Appreciate you stopping by, Brady. Looks like we're time for end of our segment. So thanks again to Brady Schmidt. And this is Charlie Pinson. We'll be back on the Coach Kelly Wells Show in just a moment. And welcome back to the Coach Kelly Wells Show live here at Buffalo Wild Wings. See, everybody messes up.
Yeah,
Jazz.
for sure.
We're here with Jazz Parker, a junior guard out of Kingstree, South Carolina.
Yes,
Jazz,
sir. Yes, sir.
welcome to Pikeville.
Appreciate you, man. I'm glad to be here.
So you're getting a lot of playing time. You're playing the point guard. You're kind of sharing time at the point. What do you think about Pikeville so far?
Man, I love it, man. You know, just Coach Wells and everything that he's, been to this program is just been amazing. And for me to be a part of this, I'm just excited to see where we go.
What made you decide to come to Pikeville?
Man, just kind of the relationship with the coaches. Like, they were always, adamant on just talking to me and, just keeping me in the loop of things. So, I feel like that just made a huge decision in where I was going to go.
We were talking. I know you're from a military family, traveled all over. I want to appreciate your mom and dad's both service to
Yes,
this
sir.
country. Always glad to hear that. What branch of service are they in?
My dad was in the Marines. Mom was the same thing. Dad did, I want to say 32 years in the Marines. So, yeah.
Appreciate their service. Jazz, what do you think you bring to the team?
Well, one thing I think I bring to the team is, being able to find my teammates, just being solid on the court defensively, being able to knock down open shots, and that's one thing my coach has been getting on me about. I think sometimes I've been a little too passive in the past games, and I really feel like I kind of stepped it up last game a little bit. So just trying to get into the mode of looking to score now so I can put pressure on the defense for real.
Well, I know you can put a lot of pressure on defense with your quickness. You're able to bring the ball up the floor, and
Yes, sir.
and if they don't stop dribble penetration, you can take it right to the basket.
Yes, sir.
So that's one of the things. Of course, I know you shoot the outside shot. What do you like to do the most?
I just like to be in transition. Transition, man. I just love being able to find teammates. And, just getting easy buckets. But, I feel like I can run the half court as well. But just transition, that's something I like to be in.
Talk about this team a little bit. Your first year here at Pikeville, and you got a lot of teammates, and it looks like y'all came together pretty good early.
For sure, man. Those are, really my guys. We all hang out. We always – we're just always kind of with each other. You know how you have, little cliques within your group, but with this team, we don't really have that. For the most part, everybody's really together. We always laughing and joking and stuff like that. So I feel like we're just together.
And that's probably made it easier for y'all to come together as a team because, you got several new pieces in there this year. Y'all just trying to figure out each other's strengths and weaknesses right now.
Yes, sir. That's a fact.
And, you got to talk about a couple of your teammates. Being the point guard, how nice is it to have Lehue in the middle with that size?
Man, the way he's been playing the last couple of games has been amazing. He's looking like one of the best bigs in the conference, without a doubt. He's just amazing right now. You can throw it to him. He can find you. He can, he's obviously a great finisher. And he just is, really a key in the team for real. Yes, sir.
Well, right now you got a lot of weapons. You got some outside shooters plus the guys inside, so that makes it a little easier for you to drive.
Way easier. Yes, sir. Way easier. With them dudes shooting like that, like Javion and Javante and Xavier, guys like that, even Chase, they space the floor so well. You really can't help off.
Do you come from a big family, or is it just you and your mom and dad?
I don't really know my family like that, so it's kind of just been me and my family, just me, my mom, my dad, little brother. But I'd love to get to know them, but it just we ain't there right now.
Well, where you travel so much, over the
Exactly.
years, you told me you were born in Japan and
Yes,
moved
sir.
around. What are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in psychology.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Probably with a minor in communications.
What do you want to do with it?
I want to be like a psychologist or just like a counselor that people can come and talk to and just try to help people with some of their problems. And I feel like within that, it's helping me with, the little problems that I'm dealing with as well.
Well, Jazz, appreciate you being on the show. Looks like we're about out of time. So thanks to Jazz Parker, the junior point guard for the University of Pike. We'll be right back on the Coach Kelly Wells Show. Welcome back to the Coach Kelly Wells Show live here at Buffalo Wild Wings. And Kelly, another tough game coming up Saturday. You got, actually, we got one Thursday first. We'll talk about Campbellsville Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night at Campbellsville. Both men's and women's games are going to be very competitive. All 4 teams are ranked in the nation, so that'll be a tough grind. And we talked about 19 out of 20 games on the road have been won by the home team, so we've got to do something exceptional to get ourselves in a position to win. It's not a must-win, but certainly a needed win. So we need to go down there and play well. And then Saturday we've got Georgetown here at home, and that's a 2 and 4 o'clock game. It's going to be a whiteout. We want everybody to come out and visit with us and enjoy the game. It should be an awesome game. Every Georgetown Pikeville game is that way. So the Expo Center will be glad to host you in that game, and we'll be glad to see you there.
Absolutely. Georgetown, even though it's a regular game, the people receive it as being more important than others.
Yeah, it is, and certainly it's a prideful thing, and it's a good rivalry, and it's been back and forth all the time, and we're thankful that we have rivals like that. But every game in the league is important to us, and certainly we hope people come out for that one, but we hope they come out for all of them. So you've got an open invitation to come to the Expo Center and watch great basketball.
Absolutely, and like I say, it's going to be some great basketball. Even there's no letdown in this league right now.
Not especially this year. There's not.
Yes.
So you have to play, and you have to play well, home or away to get wins, and it's going to be all the way down to the wire. It's kind of boggled up right in the middle right now, but it'll change as the season goes. But we have to play well to get ourselves to the top.
Campbellsville coming in, what do you expect to see out of them defensively?
Well, they're strictly man-to-man team. I don't think we'll see much else out of them. That's kind of their philosophy, and they do it well. They got 3 shooters on the floor at all times, so we've got to really be dialed in defensively. And everybody remembers Andrew Smith that knocked us out of the tournament last year basically by himself with his play and in offense and defense. And so, hopefully our guys have a little bit of motivation to do better there. And he played really hot towards the end of the year last year, and certainly that's something we've got to combat with what we try to do. But they're good. I mean, they're really good. At one time, they were ranked in the top 5 in the country, and certainly going to be a challenge for us on the road. And, the challenge is they're a good team. So, we've got to be ready to play.
Size matchup pretty good for us in that one?
It really does. It matches up really well, and there's, we've got opportunities to put more size on the floor if we want to, and we've got opportunities to go a lot smaller if we want to. And there's some things that we feel like we can really pick out in what they like to do that we can use to our advantage. So hopefully we'll be able to do that and stay away from the things they do really well that we don't have an answer for.
And then Saturday we got Georgetown coming in. Georgetown again, always a top 20 team in the country, and they're going to bring it. They're a very physical team.
They are. It'll be very similar to the Cumberland's game. They're really good defensively, and they're really good offensively, and they found ways to win close games. They've lost a couple, but they found ways to win some games. Probably 2 games that could have went either way that they made shots to get themselves either into overtime or to win at the buzzer, and that's a sign of a good team. And they found ways to win, and that's something we've got to make sure we do. And as the skirt says right here, we've got to protect this house, and we've got to make sure we don't lose games at home and steal as many on the road as we can.
Yeah, exactly. This league is paramount that you win at home. You got to protect your own floor and then sneak a win or 2 at least on the road. Win the games you should win, and maybe win 1 or 2 that you probably shouldn't win.
Yeah, and you just have to find ways to make those supersonic efforts on the road and find ways to get them. And whether it becomes whatever the odds or whatever the rules are, you've got to find ways to win and sneak some of those out and then protect your turf at home.
Well, you've been on the road a little bit more here in the conference. Does it get a little bit better for the kids on the road after they've had the experience at it?
Well, I think they understand the expectation. It doesn't get any better for them because it's hard. I mean, it's hard work, and certainly the guys understand now the things that we were preaching to them early in the year of how hard it's going to be down the stretch, how hard it's going to be on the road, and I think they're starting to figure some of those pieces out now. Getting them to apply them and make sure they execute doing them is 2 different animals, but we'll be prepared. They'll be ready to play, and certainly they'll have to come out and compete. I think we've got a group of guys that are definitely all focused in, or all in on what we're trying to do, and just have to make sure we take care of the details that we're slipping. I think there's a high ceiling for this team, as I said earlier, and they're trying to get to that. They're trying to really work to where they get to play in full 40s every single night.
I think so. I think we got a really good shot. Again, we got Campbellsville Thursday on the road. If you could make it to Campbellsville, that would make these kids feel so much better.
Oh, absolutely. They love seeing familiar faces in the crowd, in the stands, and we had some great home crowds too, and that makes them play even harder, and we just kind of feed off that energy of our crowd.
Remember Saturday, white out. If you got white, wear it. If not, get there early. You might get a chance to get a T-shirt.
That's right. Come on out. We've got T-shirts sponsored for the game, and my marketing assistant and my assistant Lakia Bailey will be there with her perfect smile, and she'll be ready to offer those out. And certainly that's something we look forward to offering our fans.
Okay, looks like we're out of time. So Thank everybody for watching us. Be sure to come out and watch. Make it to Campbellsville Thursday, but be sure to be here Saturday for the whiteout as Pikeville plays Georgetown. For Coach Kelly Wells, this is Charlie Pinson. We'll see you Saturday on the Intermountain Sports Network.